Top five.
So on the topic of back window video, I'm Strange Wang. He is Nate. Today, we're continuing our director top fives with top 5 directorial debuts. But what if we have the same movie on the list, but they're far apart? What do we do?
Then we use what we call the Zemeckis rule. So if one of us has the same director on our list, but we have them 2 spots or higher than the person who just said them, we will call Zemeckis, which just means we're going to wait to talk about it till we get it to the person who has it higher on their list.
My number 5 is going to be The Shawshank Redemption, directed by Frank Darabont. I'm probably butchering all these names, but that's okay. Top 25 favorite films, easily.
Ease. You got the greatest of ease.
That's right.
The range of emotion it hits is very hard to hit 2 or 3 emotions in a film. This guy hits all of them in his first film, so you gotta give him props on that. My number 4 is going to be Ex Machina, directed by Alex Garland.
That is my number 5.
Word.
Yeah.
I was so, literally the edge of my seat watching this film.
It's so tense.
How he, made me, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 10 being lost in his film. Nothing else around me mattered. The 19 hoes hitting up Strange Wang's cell phone didn't matter.
You're a fucking pig.
It was just me in this movie, and I was in the movie.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. How he got me so invested is insane. And it's his first film.
Right.
So props to him.
Yeah.
Which is why it's my number 4.
Yep. So my number 5 was Ex Machina by Alex Garland. My number 4 is a movie we were talking about before we started filming, which is Mid-90s by Mr. Jonah Hill. Yeah, it's new.
Very close.
Right. So it's newer, and I understand where you're coming from with stuff that's super new, but it's directorial debut nonetheless, and it just connected with me when I was that age in a lot of ways.
Very relatable.
A lot of people try to use that 90s nostalgia, thank you, to bring a lot of people in my generation to movie theaters these days. He did it in the least cheesy but most authentic way possible. This movie just feels like that 90s grunge culture, and it was kind of an era where we were really starting to see broken families and stuff be a more common and talked about thing. It really kicked off in the 80s, but it just sort of bled through to the 90s. This is when divorce rates started plummeting. You get this story about this kid who's just from this kind of broken family, who's his older brother and him are just so different and all this kind of stuff. So the way that Jonah Hill, I think that's why this made my list, was because this was Jonah Hill who made this movie, and it is unlike any of the movies that he's acted in, and it really hit me in all the right ways. So big fan.
Yeah. So my number 3 is going to be Sidney Lumet's directorial debut with 12 Angry Men. How you keep my attention for 2.5 hours in a basically one room. I know they go into the bathroom, which it's all one set.
Yeah.
And the courtroom for 2 or 3 minutes, but how you just keep me interested with your shots and your characters and the dialogue. It just amazes me, because you try to make films in your house.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of options, and this film's just not only if it's a culturally relevant, culturally you made a huge impact. You was these are my beliefs, this is what I stand for.
Yeah.
You got your not really directing style off, but you kind of did. You got your message off, and it's an inspiration, because it's I can do this in your 4-bedroom house.
Yeah.
So to me, that's why I love it. And also every character is so different, and you so much investment in each person. You understand why they are the way they are.
Yeah. And
how we got that across in one room and didn't make it boring. I think it's impressive. One location shots, I find those to be the most phenomenal movies.
Yeah.
Because of the, take skill. Especially nowadays to keep people invested. You got Liam Neeson running, and you need 45 cuts. There's so many cuts and editing and CGI to make movies interesting. You don't need that. Right. And Sidney Lumet was hey, it's my first film, and I'm going to show you that. So, shouts out Sidney Lumet. Made a lot of great movies.
No shit.
Number 2, probably your number 2 as well. Well, maybe your number 1, Citizen Kane.
It is my number 1.
Figured.
Yeah.
Orson Welles, he made the greatest movie of all time on his first try.
That there's impressive.
And that's what put it at number one for me. Is like, dang, dude. Yeah.
You want to talk about Martian number one?
Yeah, we can. But I mean,
it's simple.
Yeah, I mean,
he made the greatest movie of it's not my favorite movie, but he made the greatest movie of all time. He didn't know anything about directing.
Yeah.
And they was like, you can't cut a hole in the ground and put a camera in it. You put a roof on a set, that's unheard of.
Right.
He was like, I don't know any of the rules, so I don't know if I'm breaking the rules, but apparently I broke all of them.
Right.
And without Citizen Kane and him directing that perfect film, we don't have movies like they are today because he broke boundaries.
Right. And that's another thing that made him... So, I mean, what clearly said at number one is the fact that the first movie this dude ever made, he made what is often regarded as the best film of all time. And then you just throw in all that other stuff that he just said, this is how I'm going to direct a movie.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's just so much of him in every aspect of that, especially considering he's in the movie. So he's literally in it. But to also, we've directed our little shorts and things like that. I know me, and when I have a project, whether it's work related or something that we do here or something I'm writing or whatever, I like to be outside of it so I can see what's going on and I can move the pieces the way that I want them. So to me, the idea of directing a movie that you are also starring in, being in scenes with people and acting your part, but also trying to pay attention to what they're doing so you know how to correct them, that just seems incredibly difficult to me. And maybe that's just how my brain is set to work. So you throw that in there, and this is just the fact that he did this on his first shot is mind blowing.
While everybody else was kicking rocks, this guy was kicking boulders, making Grand Canyons.
Facts. So my number 3, I went ahead and went with Get Out by Jordan Peele.
Very solid.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem with this list. 2010 and up, this is my decade.
Yeah.
I can drive to the theater myself, so I'm seeing everything that comes out. I'm seeing so many phenomenal movies by so many phenomenal records.
What's that?
Well, it's bro, you gotta hit them classics too,
Yeah, for sure. I definitely...
This was one of the hardest lists to make.
Yeah, I more so just went with what I know. And to me, it's almost similar to the Jonah Hill thing. I've seen what Jordan Peele has done with his acting career, with Key and Peele and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
bad, but it's
to take your purely comedic career and then make something with so much depth and meaning that isn't so stylistic it's pretentious, but you still make the audience kind of dig and think, what are the metaphors you're creating here? I have to watch this movie again. I feel like there's no way I didn't miss something. There had to be some clue or something, So to make a movie as intricate and as in-depth as Get Out on your first ever on your directorial debut, that's incredible. It's phenomenal. And the fact that he wrote it as well and all that kind of stuff, I mean, that just... I wholeheartedly agree with you. The classics deserve an immense amount of respect, and I love old movies. But I think that I have no problem putting that on that list. I think that was something really special that he pulled off with that.
I mean, Homeboy brought people together.
Yeah, it's true. He really did. He got a lot of dumbass white people to really rethink how they're viewing society. So,
you know why there's so many dumbass white people in the world?
Why?
Missionary, guaranteed pregnancy.
Oh.
But your number 2.
My number 2 is it's technically cheating because it wasn't technically his first film, but his first film was in 2 festivals and then got a super limited release. So
what are you talking about? I know you're talking about Whiplash.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. So I went with Whiplash by Damien Chazelle. Like I said, his first movie, I can't remember the names, but it's so-and-so and so-and-so sitting on a park bench. And also about jazz. So his first 3 movies are all about jazz. Dude loves jazz.
Clearly! No debating!
Whiplash was his first, I'm out here, people, his first, what I consider his real directorial debut. I actually just watched it again last night before I even looked at this list and knew what we were making, and it is great. I mean, first of all, you made a movie that, for all intents and purposes, really only has 2 characters. You get to know Homeboy's dad and the girl a little bit, but all the other people in the band and stuff like that, I mean, they're just there, So to build this just crazy relationship between like two well overly obsessed people, that takes a lot of skill to craft. And he really kind of like nailed in some things that would be signatures for him. Obviously, the use of music in his films is phenomenal. He does a great job with that. Some of the shots in this movie, he uses the exact same things in La La Land, but they still feel so fresh in both of them. They don't feel like they don't feel gimmicky. They don't feel anything. And you even still feel some of that translate to First Man, even though it's so different than those first two movies.
He definitely got his technique down pat and everything. He don't be tickling the actors or nothing.
It's true.
What?
I love his style. He's only had 3 mainstream movies, and he's already one of my favorite directors. So to kick it off with Whiplash, I mean, what I was going to say before, J.K. Simmons, obviously a very seasoned actor, right? So to come in as this really young, like Chazelle's pretty young, to come in as this young kid who hasn't ever really done anything major before, and to be able to work with someone like J.K. Simmons and help, I'm sure that he helped him a lot too, but to be able to get that kind of performance out of him, like, you clearly have skill and you're doing something special. So I'm super pumped to see whatever he does next.
Yeah. My number 1 is my favorite movie of all time, A Bronx Tale, directed by Robert De Niro.
Nice.
He made a movie that is so relatable to me. Mm-hmm. It's hard not to talk about it and try to put on any list I possibly can because I love the film so much.
Yeah.
But to put all these different issues and different relationships, like the relationship with his father and Sonny at age 9 to their relationship at age 15, and how he's grown, his relationship with the friends, the girlfriend, and just like, to me, it's like one of the like most underrated movie of all time. Not a lot of people seen it, so I think how he put all these different feelings and ages and how you feel about relationships and morals at different times, and what a kid sees growing up and how he's affected by his surroundings and different sides to Sonny, because Sonny treats everyone differently,
Yeah.
He might be a guy, he might throw you in the bathroom, he might put you on his wing, he might respect you enough to like talk to you, and like you respect him enough and know enough, like I know not to fuck with him, I know when to fuck with him, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, this is such a layered film. If this was if you go to the state fair and like go into like where the weird white people at, this is that big ass onion with a ribbon on it. It's got so many layers, and that's why it's my number 1 film, because I haven't seen a film directorial debut I feel like not only have I related to it much, but like have so many layers in it.
Nice. I feel that.
And if you feel that, tell us down in the comment section below. If you don't feel that, I got something you can feel. So give it a like. If you don't want to feel it, comment that you do like the list. And subscribe.
Do something.